Hey, good morning, go getters. How are you doing this morning? This is Cami. I am coming to you today to talk about how to create an irresistible offer for your customers. And I've actually been putting this together for my online course. We have launched. I don't know, maybe many of you have seen that through ads or something. Let me know if you have in the comments. But we are right at the end, like cart closes this Friday. And today I actually am doing my last masterclass around 11 o'clock Central. So if you guys want that masterclass, you can still get in today. It's free. Really about the pivot. How do we take social media and help us pivot our companies and businesses and messages during times like this? So I'm going to be doing that today at 11 Central Time. So if you are interested in that, please let me know in the comments, and I will send you over a link. I'll also drop the link here in a little bit for that in case you're interested in that event. So I'd love to have you there. We had a great time with this same topic last week, and we had like 100 people or something like that at that one. So I'm just doing it again because a lot of people said they didn't have a chance to come. So I want to give you a chance to come again. So anyway, part of that is that I've brought people into the course, and this week we're starting a quick start week where we are doing an assignment every single day to kind of get the pivot to happen. And so I really wanted to come in and talk about creating an irresistible offer, because creating an irresistible offer is sort of what you need to do in times like this. And it's not like slimy. It's not trying to get people to do something they don't want to do. In fact, it's helping people solve their problems in the quickest way you possibly can. In fact, it's merciful and it's kind, and it's the thing that you should be doing instead of dragging people along and saying, yeah, let's, study this for a while. There's nothing as irritating as having a conversation or a meeting. I don't know if you've had that I've had that in my professional life. I used to be in the corporate world, and we'd go to a meeting and we'd talk and talk and talk and talk about something. And at the end, we came out with like nothing done and no action items. And there's nothing more frustrating to me anyway than having something without action items. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, that really frustrates me. So what I've done over the years is I've learned how to put together like packages and services that people can do. Hi, Gika, how are you? So yeah, I've learned to put together packages and ideas and things that people can get results from as quickly as possible. And that really is what I want to talk about is how do you get results for people as quickly as possible and put them together into an offer. So we're working on that, aren't we, Gika, in our class right now? Today you are going to be super excited about what I have to show you in our class, because I'm going a lot deeper than what I'm going to talk about here. But the bottom line is this. I want to talk about the philosophy is that we have to start giving people things that are not just candy for them to eat. Like we need to, right? Especially right now, guys, we need to be offering things that solve a problem and solve it quickly and immediately and get them results as quickly as we can. And if we can do that, then that is going to make them a happy customer, which is always awesome. B, it's going to keep you employed in this environment because people they can't waste their time. They can't waste their money. It's just it's a time in history where we can't do any of those things. There may have been some allowances for that in the past. Now, of course, if you are an entertainer or something like that, maybe your result is that you get people some joy and some distraction from what they're doing now, right? So that's another part of it. You can look at that in a couple of different ways. I actually I'll share my screen in a minute. I've got some really fun things, but what I really want to talk about is what motivates people. So I'm going to share my screen here and talk to you about what I think motivates people to buy or to take action. Okay, so the first thing that really motivates people to buy or take action is speed or convenience. People need things to happen quickly, or they'll pay for conveniences. We get our lawns mowed, we get people to come clean our houses. Anything that's going to make the process go faster, people are going to pay for that right now. I also think people will pay for experiences right now, especially if you can create an experience in their own home. Obviously, travel and all that, which is one of the industries that I've been a part of forever. We've served the travel industry, and right now it's real tough, guys. I know. If you're one of my travel peeps, I know. I really get it. But one of the things we can offer is experiences that people can't have right now themselves. So there's a lot of cool ways that you can offer experiences in this time in the home environment that are going to be exciting because everything's shut down. Even when things start opening up, they're going to be weird and different. And some people won't be super comfortable going out to like a movie theater or to a play or anything like that, or a concert. Think about that. I mean, how do you keep things clean? How do you make sure you don't touch your face? Like we have a lot to adjust to once we're let out of our houses, which some of these are in our state. I know in other places, people are starting to let us out of our houses. It might be a little soon in my mind, but my point is that no matter how you feel about that, we're going to be out there. So we're going to have to think about ways to give people experiences that are safe. So that actually, I'll talk about that in a minute, but security is the next one on there after status or access. So I'll jump to that. Belonging and security become really important too. How do you keep people connected? That's the kind of things that sell, like having a community around you and knowing that that community is going to be there and for you in all the times that you're going through right now. And also security. I mean, what we wouldn't pay to feel safe right now in any way you can think of. So the toilet paper is a really good example of that, right? So everybody feels like they need the toilet paper. Why is that? Because that makes them feel safe that they have all these things that they can have, that they know they're not going to be the people that run out. Status or access is really important. I've talked about this a lot, but the bottom line is that high touch, or where you're giving a lot of your time, or in a scalable way, giving access to people to you and your products and services. It's really, really important right now because people need to have that understanding that you're there. So, I mean, before it could have been that wasn't as important as it is right now, although I think it's always been somewhat important, but I think access and status is huge. So, how can you get people the status or the access to you that they need? And status meaning, how can you give them products and services that help raise their profile? So right now, anything that you can do to stand out from the crowd is huge. So if you can teach people how to do that, that confers status. And that's what people will pay for. Indulgence or escape, we talked about that a little bit already, but like entertainment right now, really, really good entertainment is awesome, especially if you can do it digitally, and also if you can do it safely. And indulgence too is things like, okay, who loves chocolate? Just tell me, do you love chocolate? Oh, good, Giga, you have an idea for your offer. Yes, I'm so excited. Who loves chocolate? Okay. Who bought something this week that they absolutely, I mean, in reality, you didn't need? Raise your hand. Did you buy something this week that you didn't need? Like it just was something you wanted. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking about females, but I get this thing called Ipsy. They send me like a different thing of makeup samples every month. I don't know. It makes me happy. The little pink envelope that comes. I pay for that. Do I absolutely need that? No. Why do I pay for it? Because it gives me an indulgence. It makes me feel like pampered. And I don't have a whole lot, even before this, I didn't have a whole lot of time to like go to a spa or, go get a massage or anything like that. Cause I'm constantly taking a child somewhere, or going somewhere, constantly. And so the Ipsy products made me feel like, I don't know, like I could just indulge myself for a minute, and I put on a mask and lay on my bed and, just rest and relax. Right. So the other one is relief from pain. That one's huge right now, or at all times. People will do a lot to like relieve themselves from pain, and that's really fancy knitting needles. Yeah. See, you're good at that too. She's here. She's a Feldenkrais practitioner, and she can help you like relieve your pain in your body. And I'm thinking about how much stress people are going through right now, and of course, true illness, and how people will do almost anything to like get out of that pain or relieve that pain. That's why it's really scary if you've got to like be careful what you offer right now, because you don't want to offer something and then somebody hurts themselves because they believe that might relieve what they're concerned about. And so the pain doesn't have to be real either, by the way. It can be mental pain, it can be physical pain, and mental pain is just as real, I guess, as physical, but fear is part of that too, like fear of getting sick. So how do you keep yourself from getting sick. And I think, you've got to be really careful right now to be, to sell things in a way uh, that is kind to people, that isn't like taking advantage of them. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to say. These are the things that motivate people. And if you can weave these into your offers, if you can take these really psychological triggers, is what they are, and weave them into your offers in ways that make sense, and really help your customers to go from A to B as quickly as possible, to get a result as quickly as possible, you're going to do much, much better than if you just go out and talk about all your features. And that's what I was going to say, is that a lot of us, when it comes to our offers, we like to talk about our features, what we have involved, like that. It comes with here, I'll go with your fancy knitting needles. They're a certain length, and they're a certain type, and they have a certain color, and so on. And these are all like just features. There's of that thing. Oh, you're gonna hear they're mowing the lawn outside my house here, so you probably hear that. Anyway, you have all those features. And so the problem with features is that they don't sell the thing, because what you're really buying when you're buying knitting needles is a pastime, or some people might be knitting a blanket for a grandchild or a friend, or you have a purpose behind why you're knitting. So I would just say that, your features are only so important once people decide that they're going to purchase, and then they look at the features. First, they look at sort of how it's going to meet their needs, how it's going to get them from A to B. Okay, again, A to B. So how's it going to get them from what they want to to having that thing that they want? So for me, for example, I went to Joann's Fabric the other day because my daughter would like to, she would like to sew the masks for us. She's learning how to sew. And really, we were looking for fabric and other things. And so I was looking for colors and shapes and patterns that were of interest. So we were sorting by colors, because people want to have something that makes them feel like it's theirs. And so then the funny part was, then I looked at the features and I realized, oh, this is a giant piece of fabric that, would make like 5,000 masks. I'm like, no. We probably are going to get that. So, I mean, the features are important, but only once you've decided what you want. Okay, so I don't know if that all makes sense, but really the bottom line is that you want to focus on what people really, really need. Oh, there she goes. She says they're in an interchangeable set. So I feel secure that I can always have the size I need. Security and luxury. Good job. So you're a good student. Anyway, so here's all the pieces. So there you go. So tell me right now, what of your product, I mean, I don't know who else here right now. And if you're watching this in replay, I still want to hear it. Who all, which one of these things is your product do? Like your main product, or, if you have a business or you're part of a business, what would you say is one of the things that your business does in this area? Do you provide speed or convenience, experiences, status or access, belonging or security, indulgence or escape, or relief from pain? Any of those? I would say for mine, which is right now the Smart Social Secrets course, we provide speed in the sense that we're trying to get you from point A to point B really quickly. So instead of like ruminating over your social media strategy forever, researching it, going to Social Media Examiner, reading a bunch of articles, going to Social Media Today, reading a bunch of articles, listening to a bunch of videos like this one, going back and forth and everywhere. I've packaged it up into like a process, like a framework. So it's what we use with our clients to put together their social media strategies and launch like huge projects for huge businesses. So we've done that many times in my company. So what I've taken is that process and packaged it and kind of streamlined it so I can try to get these students through all of that. And at the end, they have a strategy. They know what they're going to do. It's not like how to do Facebook, how to do Instagram, how to do Twitter. It's how to create and grow your online community so you're seen and heard on any platform. And then we go deeper with experts on each platform. So I'm trying to get them everything that they need to have that in place by the end of like next month. So by the end of May, really the very first week of June, they're going to have a plan that they can be using And then, and by the way, during the time that we're together, I give them exercises and make them go out there. So they're already doing stuff even today. So if you're interested in joining us on that, we have a few more days on that. And I have a special kind of backside offer that I'm happy to give to the people who watch me here, my fans. And I'd love to give it to you. So make sure you DM me. Status. Yes. Professionally edited materials look more polished and improve credibility. Yes. Jennifer, that's perfect. That's exactly what you get. Status. Remnants. Yes, I need remnants for sewing. I'm sorry, I'm catching up with the comments. Yep. So think about this. Pick one of these and then add it to your offer in your messaging. Talk about what you're offering when you're offering it in more than just the features that you give. And then that will actually in turn sell people on their need for your service. And oh yes, we all need that service, Jennifer. And you've pointed that out to me very nicely. And we'll work on that. I'll get you in my process somehow. Anyway, so there you go. That's all I wanted to say today. I just wanted you to think about what motivates people to buy your stuff, and that it isn't about the features that you give them. It is totally about the way you make them feel and how quickly you can get them results. All right, guys. Oh, by the way, yes, again. So I'm going to be having this one more of these master classes today for those of you who haven't been there. I think Jen, you've already gone. I don't know. But here it is. I'm going to actually open this up for you. I'm grabbing the link, and I'm going to share it in the comments here. And I can also just show you on my screen what it looks like. But basically, we're going to be talking about how to use social media to quickly pivot your business today. There is a replay. So if you hear this a little bit too late, that's okay. You just go to this link anyway, and you can grab the replay. And then tomorrow night, the cart closes for Smart Social Secrets, and we'll be on a train. So my group is already like, it's a hugely awesome group. Everybody's interacting, trying new things. It's been a really fun week already. And we haven't even started the course. So I'm really excited to have you in there if you want to come. So here it is, how to use social media. And I'll type it in here and hopefully not make mistakes. I'm a terrible typist, and I'll be honest with that. It's kind of funny because I said that the other day. My mom was a secretary when I was a kid, and you know how you never want to be your parents at all. I decided that I would not learn how to type, because if I learned how to type, I would end up being a secretary in my mind. I thought that if I learned how to type, that's the profession I was preparing myself for. And of course, I had no idea that, home computers and everything were going to be a thing, because when I was a kid, they weren't, by the way. So I'm that old. And when I got into college, of course, we started using computers, and thank you to Jennifer, who's here. She hired me onto the student newspaper. And then I learned how to type. So I owe my typing to you, Jennifer. That's the truth. So that's the story. Sticking to it. All right. So I just threw this into the chat. If you're on YouTube, I'll probably have to go over there and put it. If you're on YouTube, I'll come over there and put it a little bit in just a few minutes. But anyway, so that is what we're going to do. Tell me about your business. Tell me how you're going to do it. Come over to the Pivoting Your Business workshop. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have probably a smaller crowd today because it's the last time we're offering it. So you'll have lots of time to get your questions answered. So come on over and join me in the class if you want, and also into the Smart Social Secrets. If you do want to go into Smart Social Secrets, just send me a private message on this page, wherever you're seeing this, and let me know, and I will tell you about. I've got a very special discount for people that are my followers and people that are in my little tribe. So send it to me, and I'll send it over to you. So anyway, take care, and I hope you have got a great day. Bye.